Hey everybody.
Hey, we're gonna get through this area. Rob
This
promised.
this game only sat my will to live a little bit the last episode.
Hey, I mean, you're doing another one, so couldn't have been that bad, right?
I guess. Or is it because we were just sitting here already? Fuck off! Fuck off! Ah! 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 Nope, that didn't work.
I don't know if we already talked about it on here, but the original Ninja Gaiden was like one of those games that like got me into collecting.
Was it?
Like it was like one of the first NES games I bought, and I got like super into it, even though I never did beat it.
I think what got me into it was just buying cheap games.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
I was
what really got me into it was AVGN,
yeah.
but specifically like his Ninja Gaiden episode.
Okay. Okay.
I remember, like, I started collecting in like November 2012-ish, like around
Yeah.
my birthday that year. I remember asking for a bunch of, I think like all the Castlevania games. Those are like the first ones I bought, and then like we had the money I got for Christmas that year. I bought Ninja Gaiden, and it was like the first NES game I bought in the box,
Yeah.
which I do not have anymore. I sold all my boxed NES games. I didn't have that many of them. Um, But yeah, it was like one of those early games that
Ah!
really solidified my love for collecting.
Okay. Well, okay, this must be scripted then.
Yeah,
Because it didn't kill me.
yeah.
But yeah, I can't remember, like, what the first one I bought was. Like,
I remember, like I said, the Castlevania games, and I also remember buying the Karate Kid NES, and I
oh
actually
yeah.
like played it a lot and almost beat it.
Yeah, I think, like, for me, like, I really started out, like, not really caring too much about getting the box.
Yeah,
And then, like, as I went further on, I was like, is it, like, semi-affordable in the box?
yeah. That kind of happened to me too, but I also think that's kind of like what killed my collecting, because like I got to a point where like I wanted every game in the box, but it was too
Yeah.
expensive to buy it in the box, so I would just not
Yeah.
buy any games. So then I kind of just stopped, and I sold off most of my collection. I've rebought a bunch of them, but I haven't really, I don't think bought any games in the box, like cartridge games, like ones that came in like a cardboard box.
Yeah.
I still have some of them. Like I kept some of the ones I really liked, like Pokemon Gold. Um, but anything I bought somewhat recently, I
Yeah.
just bought the cart.
For me, like, the stuff that I have bought, like, or that I kept, I should say, because, like, I sell it
Hmm.
quite a bit, is mostly just, like, stuff that I knew was in, like, too rough of condition that, like, it really wouldn't be worth trying to sell it.
Yeah,
And then I just kept, like, all my NES games, because I was just like, I don't really have, like, any NES games in the box.
yeah,
Like, I have, like, maybe, like, 10 in the box, and most of them were, like, cheap. I have, like, 15 in the box, and, like, a good amount of them were cheap.
yeah.
But, like, there was, like, a few where I was just like, if I get these in the box, I know exactly which ones I'm getting. Like, I bought, like, the Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street in the box. I was like, I want those in box.
I used to have those in box.
Because I was like, they're not good games by any means, but I just want to have the box.
Yeah. I never thought Nightmare on Elm Street was that bad.
Yeah, I mean, like they're not like
Friday the
terrible.
13th
Oh,
sucked
come
though.
on. Yeah, Friday the 13th was horrible, but like Nightmare on Elm Street, it's fun. You can play with
Yeah,
multiple people.
yeah. A lot of the early games I bought were games I knew from AVGN,
Yeah.
like Castlevania and Ghosts and Goblins, Karate Kid.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's. We'll give credit where credit's due. That dude made it very accessible to figure out games to buy.
Yeah, he I learned like a lot of like game like history stuff from him from his earlier episodes, like all the like weird consoles like the CDI and the Jaguar.
Yeah.
Like I would have never known those existed because I mean I barely knew like the major systems growing up besides the Nintendo consoles.
Yeah.
I just wasn't paying attention to the other consoles. So
I mean, I always like I knew about all those or most of those consoles, but like my parents had only bought like the Nintendo stuff,
yeah,
but like they didn't go out of their way to like buy like a ton of games for him. So like, you know, like, and by the time like I had started playing any of those games, they were pretty much like already over buying stuff for them. So I was
Yeah.
like, it's what I played was what I had.
yeah. I was like aware of like the major consoles like the PlayStation and the Xbox, but like I wasn't really aware of the Saturn. And I was like tangentially aware of the Dreamcast, like I had heard the name, but I didn't really know anything about it. So
Let
like
me out!
that was
God damn it!
the limit. Like anything weirder than that, like I said, like the Jaguar or
Yeah,
TurboGrafx or CDI, like never heard of it for a while.
yeah. I remember like reading about like the Jaguar and the Lynx and all that. Like I didn't know about like CDI and like the TurboGrafx. So that was like the TurboGrafx was like just not in my wheelhouse. Like
Yeah.
if I had looked at a paper when I was a kid to see like what games were coming around, like it wasn't one that I like. They weren't like consoles that you saw.
Yeah, it was just kind of like before my time too, because like I was 2 when Nintendo 64 came out, so
Yeah,
like, and that was like the Super Nintendo era. Like I wasn't really aware of even the Genesis. I was only aware of a Super Nintendo because I had one.
okay, okay.
I didn't know anything about like other portable consoles though, other than the Game Boy. Like I
Yeah,
don't think
like
I had heard of a I never heard of a Game Gear or a Lynx or um anything until the PSP really.
yeah. It's kind of weird. Like I don't remember like my parents coming home with like video games, but like I remember them like getting the Super Nintendo. Like I remember taking the Super Nintendo out of the box and everything. But like I don't ever remember them coming home with like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. I mean, my parents were young enough that like the Super Nintendo was like their game console. So
Yeah.
like when I was a kid, it was like I just had like it was my parents' old Super Nintendo that they had. Um so like it wasn't ever bought for me or anything.
Yeah. I mean like I don't think the Super Nintendo was bought for me because like we kept it in my sister's room. I think it was just for,
Yeah.
you know, all of us. But
Yeah.
like I don't ever remember seeing them like I don't remember the moments where they're like, "Hey, we got this game now." It was just I only remember like taking the Super Nintendo out of the box and just having games.
Yeah. I just had a bunch of games because they were my parents' old games.
Yeah.
And I remember renting a few, like Super Mario Kart and Super Mario RPG. But yeah, other than that.
Yeah, like I remember renting games for the Super Nintendo, but it's just so weird because like I don't remember my parents ever coming back with a game, and that just like blows my mind.
I very much remember the moment when we had rented Ocarina of Time, and my parents, like, they had to bring it back. They had just gotten out of, like, they beat like the first dungeon, and they had gotten out the Hyrule Field.
Yeah,
And they were like, yeah, we need to go buy this. And then they brought it back and then went to Toys R Us and bought it.
that's cool.
Yeah, so we had the Nintendo 64 before that. I think we bought it with Mario 64. I don't really remember getting the Nintendo 64. I remember getting Ocarina of Time, though.
I remember getting the N64 because that was specifically bought for me.
Yeah, the first console bought for me was the Game Boy Color, and like home console was the GameCube.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that was really bought for me. That was more like just for like
all the kids and them.
Well, they weren't even born yet. It was only me still.
Camden wasn't around yet?
He was, I mean, he was born like 2 months before the GameCube came out, I think. Or maybe a month. So he was a baby. But I think it was more for like my parents, but also me. Because they were still playing video games at that time. They were pretty young still.
Woo.
They were playing pretty solidly through the Wii era. Like they were really into Guitar Hero and Rock Band.
Yeah.
I remember both my mom and dad playing on Expert on Guitar Hero.
Everyone was super into Guitar Hero and Rock Band.
Yeah. And they were into the occasional Wii games like Twilight Princess and obviously like Wii Sports.
Yeah.
But they pretty much lost interest after that.
Yeah, the Wii is the console for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, if you wanted your grandma to play a console, you got a fucking Wii.
Yeah. I was surprised to see that the PS4 actually outsold the Wii. Or is about to. Because I just remember the Wii being like everywhere. I think it just really shows like how much video games have grown as a whole.
Oh yeah. Because like, there's not a lot of people that don't play video games. Like,
yeah.
Like, a lot of people play video games now. It's just how it is.
Yeah, I've known some. Like, I had one friend here who had like never played a video game since the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Where she had like one game, and but then like COVID kind of changed that, because then she was like bored at home and was like, I think I'm gonna give video games a try, and now has like 500 hours in Animal Crossing.
Yeah, Animal Crossing is also like just one of those games.
Yeah.
Where it's just like you don't even need to think to play Animal Crossing. You just do it.
Yeah. Therese still plays it like every day.
I thought about like trying to like play it again, just because they added like the Super Mario stuff, and I was like, I should get some of that.
Yeah. I haven't played it in a while.
Ow! Yeah, I mean, I played it probably like a week ago just to see what was on there. And I was like, I'm going to get all the Super Mario stuff. And then it was like, you can only buy 5 of these things a day. And I was like, oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, I put like 80 hours into it, which I wasn't expecting at all. I just bought it just to kind of try it out. And then but I liked it a lot more than I expected to.
Yeah, I know someone out there is like, how much did you say, 80 hours?
Yeah.
Like someone's like, those are rookie numbers.
I mean, they are. I know like plenty of people personally who have put more than 500 hours in
Oh
it.
yeah.
Like just
Oh
looking
yeah.
at my friends list on Switch, I have multiple friends who have put more than 500 hours into it already.
Yeah. I think the most I've seen on my friends list was like a couple 100 hours, like somewhere between like 200 and 300.
Yeah, I think the very most I've seen is my mom with 580.
And it's
I was talking about how like they kind of got out of video games, but
oh
Animal Crossing brought her back.
yeah, it's like Animal Crossing is just one of those games. Like everyone can play it. It's not demanding. Like you can turn it on for like an hour every day and be like good.
Yeah. There's always something to do.
Yeah. Like every day you gotta go collect the fossils. Cause maybe you got like one left, but you keep getting the exact same ones.
Yeah, I know Therese finished her museum like months ago.
Yeah.
But there's fish, there's bugs.
Yep. I still got
All
a
the
lot
new
of
furniture items.
I got a lot of fishing bugs to get still. But I think my like fossils, I was on the like the last like 2.
Yeah.
Fossils are definitely the easiest thing to get.
Yeah, I mean they're not seasonal, so
Yeah. I mean even the stuff that is like seasonal, like some of it's just very easy to find. Fuck
yeah.
off. But then like but then they have the stupid things that just super hard to find, and they're only there for like a month.
Yeah, I hate like timed things like that in games at all.
I was expecting a spike on the floor. The floor was a safe spot.
Gotcha.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I do sometimes regret selling off most of my collection, but it was necessary at the time.
Yeah, I mean,
I needed the money and I was moving,
yeah,
so it would have been hard to bring the entire collection with me.
for sure.
But I miss a lot of that stuff, like my complete in box Mario RPG. Just miss looking at it. I had every Pokemon game complete in box, mainline. Which I have most of the games now, but I don't have the boxes. I only kept a Pokemon Gold's box.
Yeah, I didn't have any of the boxes when I rebought them because I was just like, because like just buying them, they were like 50, 60 bucks a piece just for the cartridge.
Yeah.
And I was just like, come on, man.
I mean, I had Pokemon Emerald complete in box, and now just the cart for Emerald goes for 180. I bought it probably about a year ago for 80, and now it's already up to 180.
Come on, man.
The prices are getting pretty ridiculous.
Whew.
On like old games in general, but especially Pokemon because especially the DS Pokemon games are getting really high because you can play them on a 3DS, and most people consider those to be the best ones. And then Emerald is also high because that's also considered one of the best ones, which I would agree with.
Because it got Rayquaza.
Yeah.
Rayquaza's dope.
It's mostly because of the Battle Frontier, which is basically like single-player competitive Pokemon that's unlimited.
That too.
Which I've never even touched, personally. I mean, there's like so much content in that game even without touching that.
Come on. Ah. Ah.
Yeah,
This area,
Gold and Soul Silver go like for 200 now. It's crazy.
like in box.
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say, like, for the cartridge?
Cartridge is usually like 110, 120.
I'm assuming, like, a solid condition cartridge.
I mean, they're DS cartridges, so they're hard to be in bad condition.
Well, I mean, like, torn up.
Mostly just a real cartridge because there's a lot of fake ones that are being sold. Because
Yeah.
it's very easy to make a DS flash card and just put the ROM on it.
Ugh.
So you have to like be very careful that it's like
Ugh.
authentic. Because if you look it up, you'll find a million of them, but they'll are like $20, but they're all fake.
Yeah. This area is hard, man. Come on!
Yeah.
Why are you making me jump? Why are you making me jump that I can't reach? Ugh. Ah!
I saw the 3DS Pokemon games are already starting to get up there.
Ugh.
Carts alone are getting up to like $50.
Really?
Yeah, because they're not. I guess the new copies have all dried out.
That's good to know.
Yeah. I'm glad I bought all of them.
I know, same.
The only Pokemon games mainline that I don't own are Pokemon Yellow and Heart Gold.
Oh, ah!
I'm pretty sure that's it.
I have.
Which Yellow isn't expensive. I could buy it.
Yeah, I have all of them except like the DS ones.
Yeah, I have all the DS ones. And 3DS and Switch.
Come on.
Gotta pre-order that Diamond and Pearl remake.
Ugh. Yeah, I definitely want to check out the Diamond and Pearl remake. Just because they weren't ones that, like, I had ever... Oh, come on, you son of a bitch. Oh, it was going so well. It was going so well. Like, because I didn't really play those ones. So, it would all be fresh to me. So, like...
Yeah.
I'm sure, like, people would have their... I'm sure, like, people would have their opinions about, like, the Switch port of it.
Yeah.
But, like, I wouldn't have that because I never played them.
Yeah. Hopefully they include most of the Platinum stuff because Platinum is way better than Diamond and Pearl. But
Yeah.
even if they don't, a lot of the big problems that Diamond and Pearl had were, like, things like the games were super slow. Like, it would take forever just to get into a battle and run away.
Yeah.
But that was fixed with Platinum. And, like, obviously something like that's not... It shouldn't be a problem on the Switch.
Okay.
But yeah, just in terms of content, there was a lot added in Platinum that hopefully make it in. I think there were, like... Some people were saying that there was, like, some NPCs that were only in Platinum that you could see in the trailer.
Yeah?
So, that's good. Because it means they'll probably be adding that stuff.
Ugh.
But I'm excited for them. I'm definitely gonna get them and play through them.
Yeah, I'm for sure gonna play at some point. Yeah, I can't make
Just
it up
gotta
there.
hope that that Switch Pro is out before Legends is out.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll hold a stable 20 then.
Give me that 20 FPS. Look at that, we made it through there.
Nice.
Now this one's gonna give us the longer blade. Yeah, here we go.
Man, it feels like forever since we've seen a boss.
Ooh. Woo. Okay. All right, I see you. This one's not playing. Ah. It's hard. Okay, big ones are okay. Okay. Big ones are like flame sprouters. Little ones are eyeballs. Got it.
Gotcha. Got this.
We got it.
Till phase 2.
Yeah. Oh! I took that one on the chin. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How about a little health drop, please? Oh. Okay. We can get there.
Time.
We can get there.
Yeah.
Okay, not when I'm just taking these on the chin. Okay. You want to cut that out, big guy? Whew. Whew. Wow.
Yeah, and speaking of AVGN, like we were earlier,
Yeah,
have you watched any of the recent episodes?
I have not.
That's good.
Yeah, I've heard they're like, it feels so lifeless.
It's gotten like so bad, like kind of crazy how bad it's gotten. And it's like pretty well known that he, like, James Rolfe has almost nothing to do with the making of the episodes anymore.
Yeah.
He just shows up and reads a script and that's that.
Ooh. Oh no. Woo.
I still go back and watch those early ones sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, that was like prime internet back then.
Yeah, I remember like seeing them for the first time when I was in like 6th or 7th grade.
Ah! I mean, that's probably
he was like the OG gaming YouTuber.
Yeah. That your parents didn't want you to watch.
Yeah, they never said anything to me about it.
That's because they didn't know.
Probably not. I remember watching it when one of my friends was over, so they probably were kind of leaving us alone.
Yeah.
Even though like we were always watching them like on the computer in my parents' room.
Okay, yeah.
Because that was the only computer we had for like until I was in like 10th or 11th grade when I got one in my own room.
Yeah. That's how it was for me too. Except the computer was in our dining room.
Yeah, I remember that. I just remember your sisters like being on MySpace on it.
Yeah, they made me in MySpace.
Oh, I remember you had like the baby and your head was on it.
Yeah.
That was your profile picture. And it had like a cigarette in your mouth.
I think it was a picture of Camden.
Was it?
Yeah. And then we put and then we put my face on it and put a cigar in my mouth.
Man. I was like obsessed with MySpace. when I first discovered it. Like I remember adding a bunch of people, and then I went on vacation, and I came back, and I was so excited to see I had like 30 friends. And I was like always like very careful about like what my top 8 was and stuff.
Yeah. Who's my friend right now?
Zach would always get so mad every time he would go to number 2 if I was dating somebody.
He's like, we're not best friends anymore.
I don't think I was ever his number 1, to be fair. I don't remember who was though. My profile was still active for a bit, but something happened to MySpace where like a lot of old accounts got deactivated. And also the like format changed anyway, so like
Yeah.
it didn't like have all my stuff on it that I left it with. It's just so weird how like quickly it died.
Yeah. Facebook, man.
I know. 'Cause Facebook was like everybody had a Facebook. It was like the Wii of social media.
Yeah,
But
pretty much, yeah.
Like MySpace was still like more niche, like only like people who were a little bit more internet savvy would have one, not like your grandma.
Yeah.
And now it's like only your grandma. Not yours specifically, but you know, the
Well,
general you.
well, I don't have a grandma, so
Yeah.
I figured. Haven't heard grandma in years. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna beat the boss in the next episode.
All right. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.